Pro. Welcome back to Positive Talk Radio. Our goal is simple: to explore evolving ideas one conversation at a time. So come on over into our world. I know you'll like it, because on today's show, theoretically and hopefully the creek don't rise, we've got a wonderful guest for you today. But first, I got to talk to our engineer who knows everything and see how we're doing. Eric, how are we doing with our connection there?
Hey, you and I are connected and sounding great, I hope.
Yes. I hope so too.
Our guest is still getting situated, but we've got our fingers crossed that the cellular gods are going to smile on us and make it nice and smooth for the show.
That is one of the things. Well, in the meantime, why don't we go over the what Positive Talk is doing on KIXI, and that we are also doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on KKNW. And we are gifted to be able to be on all those. And Eric is the program director, and I want to thank you for that, sir.
We're so happy to have you on the air, of course. And yeah, we're loving it.
Well, and what we've been doing on KIXI is we've been trying to bring some really cool and, if possible, local guests, so that people can look at both our website and YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, as well as KIXI's streams and what you guys do. And it really is pretty dramatic how widespread that we have gotten.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're all over the internet, Facebook and YouTube and KIXI.com and KKNW's YouTube channel, and of course all the Positive Talk radio channels. So lots of places for people to catch the show, and of course live on the air every Friday at 3 on 880 AM. So
exactly.
I know we've got a fantastic guest today. Anybody special lined up here in the next few days you want to give a plug to, so people can be sure and subscribe to the podcast so they don't miss it?
Yeah, next week on Friday at 3, and Brittany is part of a local band, who is a local band with a national.
And Brittany is today's guest.
Brittany Smith is today's guest. She is the owner of Pipsqueak Piano Company, and wonderful. She works with kids to teach them piano. And I was really excited about having her here because she is she works with 6-year-old kids, which is a niche that not a lot of piano teachers are willing to undertake, because that's true. 6-year-olds are a little tough. But I got to tell you, I don't know that I've mentioned this, Eric, but my granddaughter, who is in England, and she's been diagnosed as being on the spectrum. And what they found is, and she's 5, what they found is they bought her a little piano that she could, and if you go to pipsqueakpiano.com or pipsqueakpianocompany.com, they've got a whole page of itty bitty teeny weeny pianos where a 5-year-old kid can actually put her feet on the ground and be able to play. But what's
kind of like Schroeder from the Peanuts. That's awesome.
That's exactly so. And what's really cool is that she's had troubles being calm and stuff like that, but she's learning how to play, and she just loves to sit there and play little tunes on the piano. It really is fun to watch her do it.
Beautiful. Well, I think our guest is ready to go. So if you want to go ahead and introduce her, we'll bring her in.
Brittany Smith is the owner and operator of Pipsqueak Piano Company. And there she is, that smiling face of yours. And she's
nice to see you.
It's nice to see you as well. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How's the signal now? Am I coming through loud and clear for you?
Oh, you're so much better than you were.
Oh, good. That's so good to hear. Well, thank you so much for that very sweet introduction. I was able to catch that, and I thought, well, that's just really nice, Kevin. And it's just been such an honor to get to know you and to meet your whole team and everybody as well here at Positive Talk Radio. So very cool. Thanks
Well,
for having me.
oh, you're more than welcome. And we got a lot to talk about today.
Yes, we
I
do.
want to start with, and Eric mentioned it because next Friday, you are in a local rock band that has a national presence, and you've had songs that have been downloaded upwards of 2 million times.
Crazy.
And the name of the group, and they're going to be actually in studio. We're going to bother Eric to go in studio with the lead singer and with Brittany and with the manager of the group, and we're going to play a little bit of music, and we're going to talk about what they do and all of that. And the name of the group, if you want to look it up, is, and I got to ask you about the name, Limber Lost. Does that mean that you're not as young as you used to be, and that you're not as limber as you once were?
To each their own. It's one of those mirrors that sort of reflects your own, what you think that maybe I'm getting there, Kevin. It actually came. I do like that though. That's one I've never heard, and I'm going to use that one again. Thank you very much.
Well, when I think about the name of the group, I'm thinking about a 6-year-old sitting at the piano and limber enough that she can touch her nose with her toes, and that's them's days is long in the rearview mirror for me.
Yep. Well, me too. Me too. But it is kind of a fun thing to have that dichotomy where on one side I'm helping kids explore and learn and love music, and then I get to go also have really awesome rock shows and be a rock singer on stage and perform for those venues. So it's really, really cool. And my band Limber Lost, definitely got to check them out. Limber Lost. We'll talk more about them, especially next week. But we're a definitely family friendly band. We like to bring that presence. So it kind of works actually to have me right there in the middle.
And it does. Now, first of all, though, we have to talk about your company, which we all around here, we all love the name Pipsqueak Piano Company.
Yes, thank you very much.
And why did you choose to focus on 6-year-olds and below?
Yeah, well, that started when I had my own son, actually. And after the birth of my own son, I signed him up for preschool. And the administration of that preschool approached me. They knew I was a musician. I did music lessons, and they said, "Hey, would you coordinate music here?" And my first thought was piano. I had some 3-year-old piano students before. I'd been familiar with this age group. But when I went at that time, and I said yes, and I started to create a program, I went looking for materials,
and what she was about to say before we were so rudely interrupted is that, and that's, by the way, modern technology. Sometimes it just doesn't work as well as we'd like. But she couldn't find anything as far as teaching materials for kids that are 6 years old or less, because what she found, and in the discussions that we've had, most piano teachers would prefer to take kids that are like 7 or 8 or 9 years and up. And we'll ask her about that when she comes back from wherever she went. And because it's really an interesting age group to work with when you're 6 years old. And I'm guessing, I don't know. This is me just sitting here on the fly because she disappeared somewhere, and we're going to try and get her back. And again, her name is Brittany Smith. And if you go to pipsqueakpianocompany.com, you can find out all the information you want to about her work and the kids that she works on. We're also going to be talking about her. She this summer is doing a summer camp, in conjunction with the daycare center, and it is designed. It's going to be on Saturdays and Sundays, and it's designed each weekend. You can sign up. Go to our website, and you can sign up for all the days of the camp, or you can sign up for an individual day. And what's cool about that is they're going to be doing different things each time, each weekend. They're going to be doing different. I think they've got a space one. I know they're going to have a rock band one, because that's what she's going to do, and there's a bunch of other ones that she's got that are going to be that she's going to feature on there, that as soon as she comes so this is a little uncomfortable, tap dancing in all by myself, but it's one of one of those things. And I'll tell you what, though, why don't we see if I can convince Eric to go ahead and go to commercial break real quick, and maybe by the time I come back, we'll have her back with us. You're listening to Positive Talk Radio on KIXI. Thank you for being here. Eric, can we go to commercial? Hey, PTR loyal listener. First, thanks for being in my dream. And second, I have a new concept in business to share with you. It's called socialpreneurship. So, what's that? Well, it's the idea that any company designates all profits beyond expenses to be awarded to a local or international charity or project which is working to achieve good in the world. KM Media is such a company. We believe that it's important for us to give back whenever possible and to make great things happen. So I hope you'll join us in creating this new business model that will positively impact all of us. In the next few weeks, we will lay out the plan and begin our fundraising efforts. So stay tuned for more details right here on Positive Talk Radio.
When you want to say more than words communicate, you can with flowers. Your custom boutique floral studio in Bothell, Washington is anaturaldesign.com, connecting you to nature through the language of flowers. Where your people are is where our flowers are beautiful. Your success is our goal. anaturaldesign.com at your fingertips today.
Hey, thanks for listening to Positive Talk Radio. Did you know that we're also a media production company? Well, surprise, we are. We can create all kinds of audio, video products to fill any need. Please visit kmmedia.pro/our-store for a complete list of products and services. In addition, do you need a great voice to add to your own website or any other project? I know that we can add depth and quality to your work. I've been told more times than I can count by many professionals in the business that my voice adds to the quality of the presentation. So, let me create something for you. Please contact me at kevin@kmmedia.pro and let's create something great. And welcome back to Positive Talk Radio. My name is Kevin McDonald, and hey, Brittany, how the heck you been? Oh, no.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, you sound so forlorn. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm just, a little bummed at the network issues, but it's all right. All good. I'm so glad to be here for however long I can. Can y'all hear me?
And thank you for being on the show. And by the way, we'll have to leave now. No, I'm kidding. I'm just joking. We're good.
I know, right?
Well,
Good.
I don't make it a practice of talking to myself, which is why I don't really hardly ever do that. And I discovered it's really hard to talk to yourself and say anything meaningful after a while. Are you there?
I am. Well, I don't know. I find that sometimes I get some of the ideas that I was flowing out in the space when I talk to myself. Sometimes songs come out of me just humming or singing and lying to myself. You never know what can happen in that space. But
That's
I'm
very true.
sure when you expected someone to be on the other side, it's a little jarring. So I apologize for that.
No, that's okay. And because we're good, and we've got enough time left, that I want to make sure, because of the summer camp that you have going on, I want you to really talk about it. And I tried my best to fill everybody in, but talk about it in when it starts, and the kind of events you're going to have, and who can go and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, I'll start just with a little bit. They started as music summer camps because, as we mentioned it a little bit earlier, my business, Pipsqueak Piano. But as I started to put them together, I thought, well, why even stick to music? So we ended up going with all of the STEAM themes. And so STEAM is the new nomenclature, I guess, for STEM. So some people might recognize that term STEM, which stood for science, technology, engineering, and math. And I'm such a proponent that now we've added A for arts so that it is STEAM. So we have 18 different camp days. That's every single Saturday and Sunday, July through August. And every single day is a different theme. So we have art and dance, music, science, robotics, wildlife, magic, ocean, theater. I can go on. There's 18 of them. So you have to check it out to see all of them. But for every single day, we have special guest educators from all over the local area, including local musicians such as myself. There'll be as a mermaid, there's a local magician, Taylor Kyle, who's really great. There's going to be special guests from the King County Master Gardeners Society. There will be Seattle Astronomical Society will be coming, Woodland Park Zoo Animal Ambassadors, Kids Quest Science and Robotics. So the list goes on, and I'm just so happy to have put it together and coordinated it. And then thank you so much, Positive Talk Radio, for joining as a sponsor to promote this. And these camps are for ages 3 through 13, so that siblings could join and have fun together. We have separated rooms, so kids are in their own age group. We have lunch served on Saturdays and snacks served on Sundays. And the best part that in my opinion, I think about our camps is that, other than the special guests coming in, but for parents, you can pick and choose any days that you want. So you don't have to sign up for all 18. You can sign up for any of them. And then the more you do sign up for, the more you save. So there's discounts on your second, third, and fourth camp, and then 5 or more is another discount. And then if you sign up for more, 10 or more, you get 20% off. So there's all kinds of stuff going on. But then for listeners of this show, we're running a special campaign because of our connection and our sponsorship. So if you're listening to this right now and you want to use these summer camps, go ahead and write down the code PT Radio, like Positive Talk Radio, PT Radio. That's all caps. And when you go to your checkout, you'll get 20% off your total for however many camps you choose.
I think that's awesome. And it's like I was saying when a few minutes ago, by the time July and August gets here, kids are bored. They need stuff to do. And if you can go to a camp where they can learn something and they can find something that doesn't exist anywhere else, that's really cool. Congratulations. I'm glad you're doing this.
Thank you. You know, a lot of the times I think of my own son and what will inspire him or be delightful for him, or what could be an experience that I would like him to have. And sometimes you find that you have to create those experiences. Otherwise they don't happen. So I'm happy to put this out there. I really hope that for some kids who couldn't do some of the, and not to say that a lot of really great summer camps in the area. I just to pause and acknowledge there are really wonderful ones. And some of them usually require about a week or 2 weeks of a commitment. And so if you're not able to give it to some of those camps, but you still want to give a really cool experience to your child or have them walk away with something, and have them walk away with learning something or trying on a new skill, then please check out the STEAM camp. You can find it at www.pipsqueak.com.
pipsqueakpiano.com. That's PIPSQUEAK, pipsqueakpiano.com. And if you just scroll down that page a little bit, you'll see the summer camps. You can click there. Everything you'll need to know is on that page. And then a little bonus right there, you'll learn a little bit more about my business and what I do, and my mission to put piano lessons and music inside of early education centers and daycares.
Which is really a neat idea, and it's really needed. By the way, where is the camp is going to be in Redmond? Is that right?
Yes. So Stepping Stones Kids Academy has partnered with us and will be hosting the camp. They are right smack at the end of the 520 if you follow it out of Seattle. Right there's like a Kohl's. They're right across the street. So it's pretty easy for Seattle families too. It's not too far away, and it's right off of that main road that connects us.
Good. So if you are on the east side, or even if you're down in Renton or up in Everett, there's plenty of space and there's plenty of time for you to make reservations to go and have your kids learn something. It's, it's summertime. They can go have a good time and learn something at the same time.
It is. I mean, I'll be teaching music day, so I'll be teaching kids how to sing like rock stars, just like I do, which is going to be really exciting and certainly an experience that singers are not going to have anywhere else. So I can guarantee you that. But personally, I'm very excited for Magic Days. I had the wonderful opportunity to ask Taylor Kyle on the phone, this is totally not kosher, but would you be willing to teach magic to the campers? And he was just absolutely. So guess what? Our campers actually get to walk away with a magic trick of their own where they get to disappear a quarter. So if you want to learn that, you come to camp.
You get to disappear yourself or a quarter?
A quarter.
I was going to say, because mom and dad may not want them to disappear.
Oh, that's right. That's magic class, like 102 will teach you to disappear family members.
You got a brother or a sister that you just don't like that much. Well, we'll teach you how to get. No, I'm kidding.
Magic camp. Okay, big asterisk right here. No guarantees on this. I watched that Pepsi. That where's my jet Pepsi? No promises. You can disappear families here.
Well, it's probably not a good idea because dinner time is going to come along and you're going to want them back anyway. So,
Of course. That's of course there, right?
Of course. Now we've been talking
about
and Brittany, by the way, you need to tell the band that because we had some open time, we played a couple of your songs.
I have to say, I was like, well, the connection got in the way, the universe got in the way, but the flip side was my band got to have kind of a little radio hour. Thank you very much, Kevin. Thank you so much. I really love that. In fact, I'm supposed to be seeing them tonight. We have rehearsals twice a week. We're getting ready for our big shows coming up. We're going to talk all about that next week.
Yes, indeed. Well, and by the way, I would love to take credit for that, but I can't. I have to thank Eric for being light and nimble on his console and was able to put it together. And so we played a couple of songs, and he even gave the history of one of them, which was what, Black Velvet? Is that one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he talked about that one. And he also played In the Garden. That's the new one, right?
Awesome. Well, we did just release the music video for that one just recently. The song itself was released with our second album. But yeah, we did just drop a music video. It was really great. And that song is really amazing because when you listen to that song, there's something to know about it. Most artists go in, they track, right? So the drummer lays his part, the bass player lays his part, and then we go play live, and that's our test, right? We got to be able to play live and play those songs. That song, In the Garden, excuse the sounds around here, that song, we did that as a demo. We just were at the studio tracking other songs, and we went, hey, let's play this new song we're doing. Yeah, everyone was in the studio. You had all three of our instruments. We played that like it was a live show. What you're hearing there are those instrumentalists really jamming and playing with each other. And when our sound engineer sat and listened to it, he pulled our manager in and went, man, you couldn't make this. right? Like this is the magic here. We just got to put vocals on it and it's done. So what you're listening to is really a live recording, and it was the very first time we even went in the studio to do it. One take.
And in nowadays, a song can take weeks to get done. And it goes all the way back to the 60s when they actually played a song live.
You know, we kind of, when we put that song out there and we made it live, we hearkened to that era because that's exactly what we thought. So we listened to some songs of that era to get a vibe and a feel, and we put it out there. And in our music video too, we chose some sepia tones. We wanted to give a feel and hearken to exactly that, you know, honoring the musicians that really had to, they had to be all on 100% all the time because there wasn't editing.
Exactly.
Right.
And by the way, even though we had troubles with technology, you've been a delightful guest, and I'm glad that we're working together. Brittany Smith of Pipsqueak Piano Company. Go to pipsqueakpianocompany.com, and she's going to be back next week with the band, which is, real quick again,
Limberlost.
Limberlost, like I've lost my limber. Something like that. Anyway.
And if you're like, wait, what was the name of that band? I forget. I've lost. Oh, Limberlost.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for being here. We got to go, and thank you for Eric for being light on your feet. And by the way, everybody, be kind to one another because each other's all we've got. We'll see you Monday.